your girl Felicia, aka True Story, and yes, we are back with another video for you guys. And this one is about breaking traumas. Okay, let's get into this. Okay, we're gonna get into this. I hope you guys have been doing amazing. And let me tell you, if you're not subscribed, subscribe to this channel, click the notification bell, make sure it's on so you guys can know when I'm uploading my next video. You won't want to miss. Okay, period. But so I got some notes here, so please don't mind me. But we are going to talk about the truth about breaking trauma bonds, okay? And trauma bonds can mean a lot. Relationships, family, colleagues, mindset, all of the things that are meant to or has an effect on you in a negative way. And we're going to get into that, okay? So let's just go ahead and get into that. Let me tell you, I say to you guys all the time, this is no easy journey. And I, your girl True Story, have been on her wellness journey. And breaking trauma bonds are like the most scariest. I think this is like, for me, the most challenging part of the layer of change. And breaking trauma bonds are breaking free of toxic mindsets, like I said, relationships, and things that just unfortunately doesn't serve you anymore. And when you break those bonds, it's like another level, almost like Mario. Like, you go to the next level once you beat that level. You know what I'm saying? There's levels, okay? And past trauma bonds are, let's talk about, we're going to get into it, relationships, okay? Ladies and men, I'm a woman and I can relate to my woman, but I'm also, I can see both sides in some degree. But relationships, especially when you've been in like a really bad relationship or a marriage, can make it really bad. And then you know what else can make it even worse is the fact that, like, you have children, and breaking that bond within yourself and that bad person, and then really having to step away and really gain power back in the boundaries is like so amazing. But being in bad relationships, and like I said, my name is True Story, and there's truth behind my story. And my relationships with in the past hasn't been the best. And I feel like we kind of, like, because we are already dealing with our own personal issues, that we don't see the bad in people, or we miss the red flags, and we miss those signs that are there that's saying, hey, get away from this person. This person is not meant for you. This person is not meant to be around you. He doesn't or she doesn't deserve your time, your energy, your spirit, your anything. And we ignore those things off of lust, off of gaslighting, off of broken promises, off of the I wish kind of thing. And we get into this cycle, and it's hard to get out of. And breaking those trauma bonds are not easy, because they come back and see if you change and to see if you're still weak. And breaking them comes within yourself, and breaking them is really knowing your self-worth. If you know your self-worth and you start to build on that, you will feel different. And not just only just feeling different, but it's easier for the other traumas to be broken. And relationships can put a number, and my past relationship has put a number on me, emotionally and physically and mentally, where I didn't feel worthy. I felt like that's all I deserve, and I took from that where it didn't put me in a place of comfort, security, love, compassion, support, or someone to protect me or anything like that. And a lot of those times too, that goes back to like daddy issues, you know what I'm saying? We ain't gonna go there right now, but we can go there right now. Daddy issues. You know, some of us didn't have a dad growing up. And however that looks for you and how you did with your life when you didn't, I was more an introvert and I bottled a lot of things in and kept my feelings and things to myself. And then it's like when it exploded, it exploded, like explode. So, and not just having that fatherly figure in your life to teach you, you know, the do's and the don'ts when it comes to, you know, what you're supposed to deal with and what you're not supposed to deal with within a man. And and the man is supposed to teach the other man how to be a man and be the man for his next woman. And when you're dealing with daddy issues, that is another factor as to why there's continuous trauma bonds. And you trickle that into, when you were little, trickle that into your, you know, preteens, and then trickle that into your 20s, and then you're an adult, and it's still there, where you find these toxic relationships, or you attract. Let me tell you something. Trauma bonds attract bad men. Okay. Trauma bonds attract bad everything, bad energy, bad vibes, bad just everything, bad people. Even the people that are are there are not supposed to really be there. You know what I'm saying? And trauma bonds are the most difficult things to get out of, because those are generational curses. You know, that's what we seen, and that's what we seen, and then that's what we project to our children. And if you don't break that cycle, that is always going to be a cycle of past generational curses. And breaking the trauma bond is a necessity for your mental, and to just regain your clarity back on, and your self-worth. And that's why I say also love yourself. When you're on this journey, love yourself. Like, love yourself. You are your number one supporter. You are your number one support team. Yes, you may have people behind you that are rooting for you, that are there for you, but when all the doors are closed and it's just you look at yourself every day, and when you wake up and when you go to bed, you know. And being your number one supporter is top tier in moving past those trauma bonds and generational curses, and loving yourself. You know, loving yourself is the key to that, because if you don't love yourself, then you fall short with everything else, and you allow men that are not good for you to easily come in and sweep you off your feet because they didn't say something nice to you, and you're just like, oh my god, no. We're better than that. Our minds are better than that. Our hearts are better than that. Our self-worth is better than that. And you know, for many years I've dealt with that, and I kept getting the same men, just obviously in different forms, shapes, and sizes. And but the same mindset of that was the same, and the results were still the same. Nothing good, you know, came out of that relationship besides my amazing kids that I'm super grateful for. I love them so much. And that taught me valuable lessons as I started, you know, really getting myself back into the purpose that I needed to be in. And relationships can do a number, because even I've never been married or divorced, but I can just imagine how that could turn out when you are. Sometimes, you know, they are very controlling. And if you're married and you have someone like that and on a narcissist mine, they don't want to give you a divorce, you know? And if they do give you a divorce, they trying to go for everything that you got, or they try to make your life a living hell, especially when you have broken free from them and they see that you like did that and you glowing up. They don't like that. They don't like that, and they try every step of the way to knock you off in any shape, fashion, or form. And marriages, I'm just only imagining that's the case. And even when you're not, I've never been married before, and I've just been in bad relationships that just wasn't meant for my good, and you know, but I accepted they're bad because I needed something to just fill that void of that daddy issue type of thing. And I was blindsided. I was, you know, oblivious to it, and I missed the red flags. You know, they were there. Now that I look back, they were definitely there, and I ignored them. And for that, there was lessons to be learned in that. And however those lessons are, you know, everybody's situation is different. You know, there were lessons in that, and I've learned a valuable lesson. In all the relationships in my past that I've been in, I've learned to love myself first. Love myself first. And I'm not just talking about just in relationships, I'm saying just overall in a whole perspective, like loving myself, you know, not giving my all to others, and then in return, for myself, I'm saying I give myself nothing. And even though that I'm down, don't nobody say that, you know, see that, because in your eyes, oh, she's strong, she can do it, you know, whatever. But I gave nothing to myself. And self-love is just in a whole, and like I said, not just in, you know, relationships and, you know, in things like that. It's in everything. And breaking those traumas are the key to self-worth. It's the key to your happiness, fulfillment, and you feel good when you break those traumas. And for many years, we get complacent in that, you know, and some of us don't even, and I hate to say, and it's sad to say, some of us just don't get out of that. It's such a comfortability that they're okay with it because it's the norm, and it's really not. Don't let nobody treat you as such or treat you less than. You are worthy of everything in your life, everything. And you deserve that. And don't let nobody tell you that you don't. And don't let nobody show you that. Even if you're in a relationship now, and if you got that much of a inkle of concern, address it. You know, address it, and don't miss those red flags. Don't miss those red flags, you know, because, you know, he didn't have a bad day, or she didn't have a bad day, or whatever the case might be. Know your self-worth. Know that, you know, that you're powerful, you know, and breaking those traumas. And then, you know, that's the relationship part, you know what I'm saying, that, you know, we all go through. And some of us find that one and that's it, and they married for life. But that's one in a million. So learn the lessons on your journey and don't circle back, okay? From me to you, don't circle back. It's not worth it. Don't circle back. What's in the past is in the past. Don't allow it to come into your future, because it's meant to destroy you in some way. Because if it was meant for you, it will still be there. Okay? It's tarnished. It's gone. It's gone, okay? But, and then you got, you know, colleagues. Like, people have worked at jobs for a long period of time. And I've been in the medical field for forever and a day. And I, you know, over time, I had to let go of my colleagues because, you know, it was, you know, allowing them to take advantage of me, you know, and develop a friendship and take advantage of me. even down to colleagues. If you've been at a job for 13 plus years and you notice that your colleagues are doing the same things, like, it's time. But I also believe, like, friendships too. Friendships are trauma bonds as well, and anything that is a negative impact to you is no good for you. Okay, it's just not. And it is a generational curse with a lot of these things, but more are more prominent than most. And we form these negative bad habits in our life that we think that that's okay, like, it's normal. And it's sad because it does go way back as to why it's generational curse, but it's up to us in this new era to make the changes behind that. And I always have said to people and to my gifted mom, I'm breaking the generational curse, even if I'm that 1%. And damn sure I did it. Excuse me, but okay. It was amazing, okay? My children don't have to see that. My children knows what real love is. My children knows what building self-esteem is, and power, and having a voice, and being confident, and knowing that they're amazing and strong and great, So I instill those things in my children, even down to, having the right people around me, because they're around me, they're with me, and not exposing them to everything and everybody, that, because everybody is not meant good. And I hate to say that, but some of them are not, and some of them are meant to just be there, and friendships are part of that, family is a part of that. And breaking those traumas that has put an effect on us today, those are the things that we carry. That's what people say, oh, people sweep stuff under the rug. Those are the traumas that we don't want to face, that we don't want to, because we know it hurts. And it was so crazy. Most of us know that it's not good, but the not good seems so good, and that's to why it's addictive, and why we continue to form negative habits and negative, mindsets, and all of these things that are not good for us in our mental and everything else. And breaking free from that illuminates a different aura and complex within your body that you can't even describe. And it feels good, I can say, that I've broken those generational curses. And it feels good to know that my children are going to look up to me and know what love means, and self-worth, and all of the things that we are all meant to have and be. So I think that once you can get over those things and really fight through those things, and even when people don't even apologize, because you go through those stages, because some of these people are not here anymore, some people are still here, and that you just know that they will never utter I'm sorry to you, because people like to play victim. And don't get me wrong, at some point I was that, and I was like, no girl, you're not. You need to take accountability for what you have done, and move forward and move past it. That's also another. But we don't get into that in another video, you know what I'm saying? But, just moving past those traumas. And I just feel like, dealing with those things or accepting those things is you're going to always get the same results. You're just always going to get the same results. You're going to get the same person, men, women. You're going to be okay with that settling. And why? You weren't put on this earth to just be that. No, you weren't. You just wasn't. And breaking trauma is necessary. That means taking it from under the rug, one at a time. Whatever you have to do, to start getting stuff under the rug. It's clean house, okay? It's clean house, okay? We are in spring cleaning time, okay? Breaking traumas, past traumas. We're breaking bad habits, bad mindsets, low self-esteem, all the things that's meant to break us. We're cleaning that. We're cleaning that, and it's going to be a clean slate, and we're going to implement beautiful, harmonious things in your life, that we deserve to have. We all deserve to have, and to be free. We're free to walk. We're free to do most things. Why don't you want to be free of being happy, and be free of being unhappy, and being free of inconsistency and bad trauma? Like, it's a time, and it's an elevation too, because once you do that, you go to the next level, honey, okay? And you go to the next level, and there's levels, and there's levels, and every level there's a blessing. There's big blessings, there's small blessings, and it's not, monetarily, it's not it's not that. It could be, and I pray for that for you. You know what I'm saying? But just feeling good about yourself every day, waking up with a smile on your face, thanking God, or waking up and going to bed feeling good, and planning your day and tackling your goals and making a schedule, sticking by your schedule, and leaving time for self-care and growth and learning in your teachable moments, whatever that is for you and your brand and your lifestyle. It's such a great feeling, and it's a feeling that you never want to end. And as long as you continue to break those traumas and you allow them to stay to the side, can nothing defeat you. I promise you that. I thank you guys. I'm going to end this video because your girl, we love to talk, and I love to give you guys this inspirational vitamins. Continue to support your girl, follow your girl. Hit that notification bell if you haven't, so you could be notified when I upload the next video. I love you guys. Continue to keep flourishing. And of course, it's your girl, True Story.